Teddy married a gal there. They had a daughter. When the daughter was 6 years old, I think she died.
Right. Yeah, I see that here on the tree.
Yeah.
Barbara.
Yeah, and she passed away. And then Teddy and his wife moved to Montreal, Canada.
Right.
And he went into manufacturing hangers, dry cleaning hangers in Montreal. And the way all that wire business started is that in Uniontown, Meyer started a company manufacturing dry cleaning hangers, but eventually went into manufacturing all kinds of wire to wrap corn and all that, and they built up a big business called Cabot Wire. I've been there. I was there many times.
Now, what happened to that business?
They sold it.
Oh, okay.
It was a big business. They sold it for millions of dollars. And
you know, this gal I played bridge with, I told you, her husband worked for them.
did he? Yeah. It was a big company. Anyway, the Uniontown crowd had Meyer and Giddle, and then they had several children. They had Wolfie. They had what was the
They had Herbert.
who? Herbie.
Herb.
Yeah, Herbie.
And then Alvin.
Alvin.
And Esther Sarah.
Yeah, well, and then one of them was a.
Oh, this is very. Who married an Iskovitz.
Yeah, that's the daughter married Iskovitz. He was from Sharon. And
But the Iskovich or Isakovic, those were Barbara Kaplan's grandmothers. I'll have to look into that, but that was Aunt Gertie was a Isakovich.
Anyway, what happened was that they moved to Harrisburg and bought a motel.
Who did?
Iskowitz and.
Oh, okay, Stewart, yeah.
And his wife, who was, what was her name?
Esther Sarah, and her mother was Sarah Esther.
Yeah,
Isn't that
Esther.
cute?
Well, Esther and Iskovitz. And Iskovitz moved to Harrisburg, where they had a motel. The one thing about the Uniontown crowd is they always wanted you to do something for them, but they would never do anything in return.
Oh, now you're getting to the.
Well, this is
nitty-gritty.
important. Yeah.
I mean, that was their way of doing things. What can you do for me today? But they never did anything in reverse.
And so did you ever...
Their son, wait a minute, I'll tell you something. Their son was in the movies and decided to produce a movie, and Annette and I invested in it.
Which son was that?
What was the name of that, you know?
No. Big mistake.
Yeah, it was a big mistake. It was the worst movie I ever saw.
But here's a question. So what happened to all these kids that are like Alex's and my age? Where did they ever go?
Who?
Like all the grandkids, like Giddle's grandchildren.
We don't know.
Well, yeah, I do know. Herbie married a girl from Squirrel Hill, and he was, the brothers didn't like him.
He had two wives.
And Wolfie and Herbie.
Two wives?
Yep.
Herbie?
Herbie. The first was Margaret Kaplan, and the second was Marilyn Winsberg.
Yeah, Marilyn. We knew that Marilyn.
We knew Marilyn. We didn't know the other one.
No.
He had a child by the first one.
Yeah, and he had two boys by the second one. I think.
Right. Alan and Howard.
Yeah,
Right.
and Marilyn still lives around. She's still around. She lives around Squirrel Hill somewhere. Anyway, Herb didn't get along with the family, and he opened a little business down in Southside Pittsburgh. I don't even remember what it was, but they didn't get along there. And
She must have had some money.
who?
Marilyn.
I guess she did.
Yeah.
And then when Meyer passed away, he left a lot of money to all the kids.
Well, but before that, the way.
That's possible. I don't know.
think so.
They lived in a very nice home, if you remember.
Yeah, but she was always very snooty. She always.
Oh.
She didn't like the family. She disliked the family very much.